Alright everybody, how are you doing? So today we're going to be talking about Swordburst 3, the free release. I know that the game has been out for a little bit. They released it in early access. I used to try it in early access, not with this account, but with the other one. And yeah, the game has finally been released. It's been out since the 17th of February, as far as I believe, 24. And it's been about like 4 or 5 days, somewhere along those lines. People have been suggesting the game to me to try it out, and I'm here to do my honest review on it. So, I've been leveling to 21. I've been just putting a few hours into this game, checking here and there. The game definitely has some good aspects to it, but it's also extremely repetitive. This is something that I've noticed from playing the game, that it's super duper repetitive, and I was kind of like hoping for a few more mechanics. Let me just take myself out of here again and see where I actually am being put. I'm gonna go into this starting zone, which shall give me, like, I don't know which one it is. I think I only have this one right now, so let's just go over here. It does have a few different zones with different mobs in it, but that's basically all you do. You accept a quest line, you go there, you take him out, you accept a quest line, you go there, you take him out, you accept a quest line, you go there and you take him out, and that's basically all I have been doing so far. On the other hand, yeah, there are some bosses, and you can get some boss drops in it as well, which I think is pretty cool. And there's some random small events that are happening in this game, as you can see right over there, which is like a portal where you can stand inside of it, and then there's like 6 of them actually spawning, and then you have to take them out and get a little bit of XP. But in this case, I do have to say I got bored quickly. It just didn't keep me for long. I don't know why. I tried, you know, doing a few different things. I tried to check, you know, do some different quest lines. Is there things to explore? I spend a lot of time in this cave here right now for these boars, and they give you a quest item, which is basically called, there it is, the Crystal Tusk, and you can actually collect those to get a mount in this game. So I think they do have some pretty cool things in the game for us in stock, if you really want to do the leveling, but it does take a long time until you actually get it. Let me do a little bit of an event here so you can see what I'm talking about here. And I think where the game really stands out and really shines is the boss hunting. You can kill the bosses, and there's like a little bit of loot that you can literally go for, and you can get like set pieces and stuff. So I think that's where the game really shines in. It does, I mean, it's not like the game is like boring, you know. I'm not like sitting here and being like, oh my god, that's like the worst game in the world. It's definitely not. But it seems like it's lacking a little bit of, I don't know, more content, or just something that kind of keeps you going, because that is the biggest issue that I had. I mean, I've been doing this, and I will probably continue to, you know, join back and, you know, play a little bit more, but, you know, I noticed myself just like dwindling on and just like hanging out here, and I'm like, alright, so let's go to the next one. And just, it does get progressively more difficult, you know, to continue in this quest line. The loot is not necessarily becoming better, it's more harder to get, and later on you will just like sit there and be like, damn man, I can't even take them out for this little experience. It's a little crazy to witness. So I think the game still does have some balancing issues, and I think they should kind of like focus a little bit more on maybe balancing things here and there. But other than that, man, the boss hunting, like I said, I've been having a blast with that. I have really enjoyed the boss hunting. You know, I can show you a little bit what the boss hunting looks like. You can see it over there. I'm probably gonna get yeeted into oblivion because I'm doing this solo. I can't do it solo, as far as I believe. But yeah, let's go in here. How many seconds do we have? About 12 seconds. But that's kind of like all you have here. You have these small villages that you can go into, and you can really get some, you know, some items that you have been missing. Yeah, that does happen here and there, but other than that, I haven't necessarily seen much more off of it. So oh my god, yeah, the damage is insane, so I will not be able to tank the damage, and yeah, that will take me out. Yeah, that is basically the place where the game is at right now, you know. You do have to kind of like play with other people, and if these other people are not in that cave, you will have some trouble, you know, finishing quests here and there. So that's kind of sad. So this is basically what it looks like. You go in here, you see Fred, you go into the quest line, you take the bear quest, whatever. The good thing about it is you don't have to return to him like in Blocks Fruits or something. You literally just go here, finish the quest line, and then you can continue to do the quest line, which I think is pretty good. That's very nice to actually have, because you know, going back, that would completely destroy the game. But you know, I've seen people making some comparison in this game to like I don't know, World Zero, for example, and I do have to say that I do see the similarities when people are saying that this game kind of feels like World Zero. So it does definitely have a few let me say, I don't know, I guess features that World Zero has. If you haven't played it, I mean, I recommend you checking it out. It's a pretty good game, but it kind of feels like this one as well. I remember when I first tried this, it looked different. It was a different feel to this game. It looked very different. Now it does actually feel like World Zero. It is actually quite true. Oh, I actually got myself a tusk there, I think, which is really good, because you can. They're really hard to come by in this game. Oh my god, like this is this is insane. Come on, man. Let's take him out. This guy here, who is this guy, man? Like, what does he want here, man? This guy is crazy. But yeah, if you don't have a strong soul when it comes to like farming, and you have to like do the same thing over and over and over again without like doing huge progression, then you might not like this game. You might be sitting here and be like, oh damn, man, like this is one of these games where I was really excited about when I started playing it, like the first 10 to 15 levels, and then the game kind of fell flat for me. So I don't know if I necessarily recommend it in its state right now. They got out of the early access. I believe that they should have kind of like had this in their mind to keep the people going, to keep the people invested and interested, whether it's gonna be like a different mechanic added to the game and so on. Let's go quickly over, you know, just the UI and everything. I think the UI is pretty cool. I don't think it's like terrible. People have been, well, I've been checking out the chats, and you know what people are saying. They say the UI is ugly. I don't think so. I don't think the UI is ugly. It kind of feels like the UI, I kind of like it. It feels very simple. It feels very polished, to be honest. It doesn't look bad. You have some stats that you have down here. You have some cosmetics that you can go and switch into. I think this is actually a pretty clean looking UI with the gray and the invisible situation. You can still run in the background. The gold in here, for the gold, I mean, look at the money that I farmed. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool, actually. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad thing. You do have different classes. You have the sword, you have the great sword, you have the katana, and you have the dual wield, which is actually a class that you have to pay for. So it's like kind of pay to win, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's something you will not be able to obtain. Maybe you can obtain it later on in the game. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been too far into this. This is actually a cool looking skill, honestly. This is actually a pretty cool looking skill. I've been having a lot of fun with the great sword. Honestly, the damage has actually been quite interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, so I've been having a good time with that as well. It's like a, if it wouldn't have been too repetitive, I would actually give it a really high score. But since it's very repetitive, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a lower score, because I don't see this game living for too long. It kind of feels like the exact Swordburst when it came out. So, I mean, if you were a fan of the first the second Swordburst, because that's the one I've been playing. I don't even know if there's a first one. I think it just started with the second, honestly. I don't know if there was a first one. But yeah, I did enjoy it, and I do enjoy it, and I will probably join back on this, and I will continue farming probably. As long as I have some goals in these things, then I will probably stay. So I would probably give it about a 6.5. It's definitely one of the more fun games that Roblox, you know, the meta basically currently has to offer. It's definitely something that if the developers are gonna sit down and go like, okay, how can we make this more engaging and not too repetitive, then I would definitely say, yeah, sure, let's go. I'm all for it. I'm gonna see how this game is gonna progress and probably revisit this in one or 2 months to see how this is gonna go. If you really enjoyed this game, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think of this game. I might actually be doing some videos if I can, you know, find some content for it. But yeah, for me right now it's a 6.5. It's a solid 6.5. Okay, it's a solid 6.5. And yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. I think if you like these kind of games, you shall definitely sit down and try it out. If you're not in for these dungeon runners, or if you're not in for these RPG kind of element games, then maybe go back to Pet Sim 99. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like this video and have a good one. Peace out.